I just had the most terrifying experience ever. Hi, I'm Kit Birks and I'm attempting to walk the entire length of Europe, all in the name of suicide prevention. This challenge is named Strive Beyond Silence and it's a trek to put mental health on the map. It's the first continuous solo trek of its kind and I'm aiming to do it in 365 days. What's your prognosis, Pete?
I think it's just a little boil.
It's a little boil? Okay, forgive the odd start to day 43, but I've been having a really sore every time. I haven't been able to sit on my right butt cheek for the last few days, so I had to have Pete have a look because I couldn't look at it. But anyway, we stayed at this lovely, lovely cabin last night. It ended up just being us in here. We had no late arrivals. Big day yesterday, 21.5 miles. Today is going to be crazy winds, especially in the evening, so we're definitely we've been advised to definitely stay in a cabin because it's going to get dangerously windy apparently. So off to a cabin we go. It's going to be about 17-18 miles today. So yeah, we're packing up and Pete has just gone down to fill up the water. So what's so beautiful is that all these cabins are done of trust to leave it how you found it. So because there's no running water, you fill up these buckets and these are drinking water and that's where the dirty water goes. So he's gone to go fill up the bucket for the next person that uses it today so they can have nice water. Okay, we're going to get cracking in a minute. Perfect. Rainbow. Marks out of 10 for the rainbow.
10 out of 10.
It's got to be, hasn't it?
Yeah. Purple, green.
Just had a lovely little lunch, didn't we?
Had a lovely lunch. Very much needed today. That was.
Yeah, I think we were both feeling it. We both were like, oh, kind of daydreaming of the lunch. So we've had the lunch.
I dipped my cracker in there.
Oh yeah, you dipped your cracker in to the ramen. Absolute beautiful move. I just chomped down on the cracker whilst the water was boiling. But we've got 7.7 miles until another little hut where we're going to stop for a cup of tea, and then 3 miles to our sleeping hut. And the winds are going to start picking up in about 4 hours, so we'll see if we can make it. Wish us luck.
Well, we will.
We will. We'll be fine. Just cut to us being. How mental. We made it. We made it to this little hut. That is the worst weather I've had to deal with so far. So well done, Pete. Lucky you. Okay, we're somewhat together. Dinner is made. This is our little cabin. But there's normally firewood so you can start a fire and warm up the place, but there isn't any and there's no candles. But just had a baby bell and Pete, all thanks to Bob Mortimer inspiration,
Bob Mortimer turns him into a candle.
has made a candle out of a baby bell
And a match.
and a match. So we have a tiny little candle. Good morning. How did you sleep, Pete?
Good time.
Sorry.
Beautifully. Perfect. Felt very, very snug.
We originally were going to sleep feet to feet, and then I wanted my head in that corner, and Pete said, "I can't give you my feet." So we ended up sleeping head to head.
Little L shape.
Little L shape. It was crazy weather last night. I really did not want to get up in the middle of the night to go to the loo, but I had to. So that was annoying, but otherwise slept really well.
Yeah, amazing. Very well deserved. Come over the hill, saw a little cabin. Happy it exists.
So amazing that it exists.
We met our neighbours, so they were asleep before we arrived.
Yeah, I thought it was a log store next door. There's actually another little cabin area like this, but it's tiny here. It's a really tiny little cabin. Most beautiful place. Didn't film outside last night, but I will this morning to show you because it's stunning.
I tried to take a photo, but I think it's going to be just pure greyness.
Pure greyness. Anyway, last little day of walking together today.
Last day of walking. A good one, a big one.
It's a big one.
Slippery one.
Yeah, we've been told there's a few broken bridges, and we're going across a load of snowfields. So we had a little practice run yesterday, going up some snow.
Little steps.
So it's going to be a good day, but at the moment it's porridge time, coffee time, packing up time, and then we'll have our reward tonight with either burger or pizza.
Something, yeah.
Beer for Pete, Fanta for me. It's going to be beautiful. Day, what was it, 44? Ooh, woohoo! Day 44! Stride Beyond Silence is not just about the walking, it's about the talking too. It's about making as much noise as possible for suicide prevention, because the one way we can prevent suicide is to talk about it. So here's to standing together against suicide in the hope to save more lives from being taken far too soon. Okay, Pete thought that he was going to be joining me in Norway, but he joined me in Sweden. But we are actually about to go into Norway, so this is border crossing. Your first and only of this trip. How are you feeling?
Feeling good. Really excited for that one giant step.
Alright, let's go. 1 minute, we're in Sweden. And the next, we're in Norway. Hey. Well done us. Officially in Norway.
Oh wow, I love Norway. I really love Norway.
It's quite different, isn't it? It's really cool here. Amazing. Made it.
Yay!
We made it to a very tall point, and now it's just down. So Pete, in summary, how have you found your 4 days with me?
4 days. For one, it doesn't seem like 4 days. It seems like one just incredible long period of time. Just repetitive, sort of get up, keep going. The routine, the pause. I'm lucky enough to have it as a block of time, kind of know my end point, but I can't imagine how to keep on going. It's been a perfect injection for me. But yeah, Kit just keeps on showing this strength every second. Had a front row seat or just a back row. She's always been a couple of steps just in front of me. I'm gonna miss that. It's been like watching your sort of favourite TV programme. Just click play and just watch that for 24 hours. But I think it's just been incredible. What's been amazing is every day there's repetition, like some of the constants. You know, it's amazing no matter what. Kit just is always the first away, that gets that coffee on and we start, and the pack down, and that moment that everything's in the bag.
Yeah.
Still feels a little bit of a struggle, but also just know how to do it. It's like second nature, and then before you know it, you're sort of putting one foot in front of the other. It's an easy saying, but it really is.
What's been a highlight?
A highlight was how many firsts there were. Like, it was not, especially on the wall. It felt like no terrain was the same. Some of them really quite challenging, and Kit would share her expertise of just like keeping calm. Some of the river crossings, and then how that knowledge gets passed to other hikers. I love that moment where you cross hikers coming the other way and they share the dangers or the things just to keep calm on around the corner. But yeah, definitely the highlight has always been like just getting a little bit of perspective, that moment that you go from just looking down and going up, and then you be able to see this incredible view.
Heck yeah.
Like here.
Well, we're gonna miss Pete. It's gonna be we're gonna miss Pete, but gonna come back.
Gonna come back, yeah. I'm finding it incredibly hard because I'm trying to work out how and why I've got to go back. But yeah, once you've got it, it's just such an incredible feeling, particularly for the challenge. It's like every day is so challenging, but it's so rewarding, and I don't think I've ever enjoyed like meals, even though they're like not particularly the most delicious, but they are so fulfilling, sitting down and eating that warm.
Yeah, we were saying that what's amazing here is that you really tune into your body. You really, it's on my hand, I was looking for my other glove, it's on my other hand. You really tune into your body, and like you notice the little fluctuations, or when you stop and eat, and then every single mouthful of food is so good, and you enjoy it and take it slow. Whereas, you know, in the culture we have today, it's all fast food, you know, run in, grab a sandwich, eat it quickly. Whereas you just really savour those little mouthfuls.
Savour everything.
Okay, it's getting a bit windy.
Getting a bit windy, but I've got to say, well done to Kit, front row seat. She's so resilient every day in the little moments, and each day probably shares like the most incredible story of a day, but it's just filled with little challenges and the moments where we go quiet. You know, we have to just find some inner reserve and then it'll just go quiet for a bit, and then a little cheerleader, come on, you've got this, which is almost like an external version of what's going inside the head that she's doing.
Pete's done that as well. There was a time yesterday, it was so cold, it was in the morning, and it just felt like everything was far, and like I was like trying to stay positive, and then out of nowhere I just hear behind me, we've got this, and I was like, we've got this. So it's just been so lovely to have Pete here, and the fact that we've had to drum in so many miles into 4 days, he's just done it, and he's just done everything. You know, it shows, it's what I was shown to myself as well, that we're all so capable if we just believe that we can do something. So all right, we'll wave goodbye to Pete on the bus when he gets on it, and I'll try not to cry, but I can't promise anything. That's really hard. It was so nice. It was so nice to have some company for those 4 days, and really just nice to be with a friend. So it's back to being me, and maybe it'll just take a little bit of time to adjust to that again, but it was beautiful. I'm so grateful. Oh, goodbye suck. It was also, the bus just suddenly turned out out of nowhere, so it was really rushed, so we didn't have like a proper hug. Oh, what an amazing time. Okay, I need to keep walking now, to a supermarket and then to a little tourist station. Okay, so I'm at this Suojelma tourist centre. It's so lovely. I've got a cabin, and the owner Jorgen gave me linen and sheets for free, and he was really interested in what I was doing and is now supporting and following on my Instagram, so that's really, really sweet. And actually, when I was in the shop doing all my resupply, I had like really heavy carrier bags as well as my rucksack, and I had to walk to this tourist centre, and it's actually outside of the main town, and it's about 4 miles all uphill, and it's raining and windy, and this really lovely guy called Kai, who's local and lives here, and really, really nice, when we were chatting anyway whilst he got a coffee at the supermarket, he gave me a lift up here, which is amazing and so kind. So when I start again tomorrow morning, I have to go back down that way anyway and basically start right next to the supermarket, so I'm not luckily losing out on anything. I haven't skipped anything. I've just basically been helped by making an unnecessary journey with lots of heavy bags by someone giving me a lift, which is just so kind. And I got this at the supermarket. It's called a schmock board. I'm gonna have to look up the name, but it looks delicious. It's like a custard filled pastry with desiccated coconut. So I'm gonna have that. I'm still feeling very sad that piece left, so this is hopefully gonna make me feel a bit better. And this cabin is lovely, and it's got a shower, and I feel very lucky that I was speaking to lovely people, and it just made me feel like, okay, I'm alone again, but I'm not alone. There's so many nice people around, so feeling very blessed. Okay, I'm gonna eat this and have my cup of tea. Right, it's time to get walking again. I'm really glad I took yesterday to just sink into everything. I had loads of admin stuff building up, which when I'm walking, you know, it's not really a problem. And then I get to a town, I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't done this. I haven't checked in with this sponsor. I haven't emailed these people. I haven't, blah, blah, blah. And I had to sort out my new phone, which is still in progress. There's still some other things, but it's all pretty much done. So did that yesterday and just, yeah, caught up on myself and had a really good night's sleep and all these bits and bobs. And now it's time to go again. It's only 4 days until I get to a next sort of hub called Kvikkjokk, where I'm gonna resupply there. And then, yeah, and I've sorted out I've got a new route as well. So instead of weaving in and out of Norway and Sweden for a long time, which means it's just gonna be up and down and sort of zigzaggy, I'm cutting straight into Sweden, and I've finally found a route that will get me to the end. And I think I'm gonna be at the end of Sweden in at least 8 weeks, I think, and under, hopefully under. But it's just mad looking at the miles here. From the start in Nordkap all the way to down Sweden, it's just under 2,000 miles. And then when I get onto mainland Europe, from Denmark all the way to Athens, it's like 3,500 miles or something. So this is just a big chunk. Rather misty. Look at that. Who the hell knows where I'm supposed to go? It's alright though, it's not like I'm on top of a mountain. Oh wait, yeah, there I am. So let's just hope I don't fall and plummet to my death. Okay, this one is very wiggly. Shit. As I approach a cabin, sometimes I like to guess if I think anyone's going to be there. This part, apparently this little bit of this trail isn't very popular because there's other ways to get to where I'm going. But I've been looking at tracks in the mud and I have noticed 2 different footprints going in this direction. Obviously they could be old, but it's been raining, so I think, oh, maybe those would have been old footprints would have gone away. So I'm going to guess that there's 2 people at this hut. But of course there could be some other people coming the other way. But I think there's going to be 2 people. Okay, so I got to this hut. And I thought there was going to be, yeah, as I said, 2 or none. There was one German gentleman called Helga. He was already here for 6 hours, so there was already a fire going. So it was so nice and warm inside. Anyway, we ended up having some really lovely chats. He literally offered me a cup of tea as soon as I walked through the door. I've been able to hang out all my clothes and try and dry everything off, but everything is soaked. Didn't realise how rainy it was today, but it was really bad. Apparently tomorrow is going to be really, really bad. But he's gone to sleep next door, and I'm just about to go to bed as well. But this is my little room. There's no one else here. It's a very, very, very sweet little hut. Anyway, I'm very, very tired, so I'm going to go to bed. Night night, sleep tight. Would you like to say hello?
Yeah. Hello, I'm Helga.
Very, very, very lovely gentleman who was here when I arrived, so had already started a fire, so it was all nice and cosy, whereas it wasn't so warm when you arrived. Yeah.
Oh shit, it's heavy.
It's heavy?
Really heavy.
It is really heavy.
Joke.
It doesn't look like it. Right, this is it, my final few steps in Norway as I head into Sweden, and Sweden is where I'm going to be staying until I get to mainland Europe. So an emotional goodbye, because Norway is where this all began. It's where I took those first few steps away from Nordkap in order to try and attempt this amazing journey to raise money for and awareness for suicide prevention. Norway has been an absolutely unforgettable experience, it's definitely been challenging, from extreme loneliness to mosquito bites, to the heat wave, to the dehydration, to the winds, the rainstorms, to the thunderstorms, the lightning, the times where I just felt absolutely freezing cold to the bone. But it's also had the beautiful memories too. The rainbows, the scenery, the waterfalls, and most importantly, the kindness from complete and utter strangers. The people that I've met on this journey, the unplanned moments, is what is making this unforgettable and truly magical. So, thank you, Norway. I'll miss you, but I'll be back, just not on this journey. This doesn't look like 0% chance of rain.
The rest of the afternoon, it's going to be cloudy, windy apparently, but not much rain.
You said 0% chance of rain!
We'll see how true that is. This is not 100% reliable.
And what I can hear and feel is a lot of precipitation going all the way down my body. 0% chance! Never trust Garmin forecast. It lies. So my map is telling me that I need to walk up this steep hill and down to get to a hut, which is basically around this lake, and that's going to be 5k. And I'm thinking, why can't I just walk around the lake down here and get to it quicker? So I'm going to do that. It might bite me on the arse. There might be a really good reason why it's saying to not go around the lake, but I'm willing to try it out because today has been, it's been a lot. I'm so dumb and I feel exhausted. Okay, I'm gonna have to keep going, but it's just taking forever because it's so slippy. The rocks are so slippy. Why? I just had the most terrifying experience ever. I couldn't walk round, so I decided to start climbing up. I've lost a pole. I've had to literally climb up, and then I slid all the way to a cliff edge. So nearly fell into the rocks below, which would have been about a 15-foot drop. Oh my god, that was so scary. Oh my god. Shit, I'm so glad to be alive. Fuck. Oh my god, that was literally the scariest thing that's ever happened. And then, okay, I actually can't. I'm so sorry. I'm in such shock.
There's a lot to take away from what happened, but what I can't do is sit around feeling sorry for myself and beating myself up for a mistake that I ultimately made. I lived from this experience and I've learned from this experience. It can only make me stronger. As terrifying it was, I'm still here and we must push on.
Good morning. Right, well, I had a really good night's sleep, which was good. Had some breakfast and currently on my second cup of coffee. Yesterday, tried to take a shortcut by going around the lake. On the map that I have, which is actually a Norwegian map because I bought it in Suðurtjarna, it just looked like it was a really gentle little shoreline, and I looked on the other side of the lake and it looked gentle and I thought it would be the same. And as you saw, I then came across just these rocks, which I've done before, but these were getting impassable and more slippy and just bigger, and my foot was falling through them. And that's when I started looking around, and I knew that the route I was originally supposed to take was on the other side of that cliff, and then it would come down to this hut. So I decided to start climbing up, and as I started to start climbing, even though it looked like it would kind of be easy to sort of just gently get up, well, not gently, it was still steep, it actually just became steeper and steeper until I was rock climbing. I was actually rock climbing. And sometimes the things that I would be pushing up on my feet was spongy heather or moss, or just like really spongy grass, so you'd lose grip really easily. And I lost grip and I slid for a while, and I was trying to dig my feet to stop the fall, but it wasn't really working. I lost one of my poles, and then I was finally able to grab on with my arms onto a boulder, but my legs were dangling off the edge of a sheer drop. Not all my legs, but from sort of the top of my knee down. I obviously had my backpack on as well, and the other trekking pole was actually left on the side in front of me. And so I was holding on to this rock, which is really slippy, and below me was about a 15-20 foot drop back onto the rocks below. It was really scary, and I don't know how I did it, but somehow I was able to pull up my body weight with the backpack. I was gripping on so tightly, and then I just had to stop for a minute. I drank some water, I ate some nuts because I was not thinking clearly. I was just in pure panic. And then I carried on trying to get up, but every time I got somewhere, there'd be a big kind of bit of rock that was hanging over the side of the cliff, so I had to figure out how to get around it. I then realised that actually if I scraped off loads of the moss and loads of the heather and bush basically, which is why my hands were covered in mud and leaves, that underneath I could see the rock, and there were points in which I could get my hand into the rock and pull myself up. So I kept on doing this. There was loads of different times where I thought I couldn't get through. I was so close to pressing the SOS button on my Garmin. But finally, after 2-3 hours, I got not to the top, but I got to a sort of a leveled out plateau where there was grass and I could walk along. It was still really rocky, and I realised if I kept on walking along this, where the trail went up on top on the other side of the mountain, it started coming down and I could meet it. So that's what I did, and I eventually got there. And then I got to this hut, but before this hut, there's a really fast river, so I had to navigate that in the dark. And that is the cliff face really on that side. So that's how kind of rocky and crazy it was, but it was steeper because it was actually round there. Anyway, that was the scariest thing. When I was hanging off, I thought I was going to fall. I didn't know how much longer I could keep on holding on. So that was scary, and I'm really grateful that Joel was here, who is the lovely ranger, and he saw my light come across the river. And he was a lovely friendly face, and he's been really sweet this morning, and I need to go back up to his little cabin to pay him, and I'm going to speak to his wife as well, who's here. So another day today. Going to take it somewhat easy. Definitely not going to divert off the track. Joel also told me that a lot of people have done the same thing and have had to get helicoptered out. That's where the trail went up and over, and this is where I went along, so it looks pretty easy. There seems to be like a flat shoreline. On a Swedish map, this is what it looks like, and if I saw that, I would have 100% taken up the trail here, because that's clearly just rock and really. So that's how steep it was for me to climb up. Terrifying. Terrifying. Okay, we go again today. I'm alive. A lesson learnt. This view is insane, and I needed to see it more than I realised. It's definitely reminded me to keep going. I needed this. It's so beautiful. I could not wait to get to Kvikkjokk, a small mountain village where there was a hostel that I could stay out to rest and recover for a few days, and finally speak to my loved ones after everything that had happened. The
The only way to get to Kvikkjokk though was to cross a huge delta via boat. You then get the boat back to the trail when you're ready to set off again. Over the few days of rest that I had, it really dawned on me just how shaken up I was from this whole experience. Although I had no serious physical injuries, my body was feeling extremely sore, like it'd been hit by a bus. It was also covered in cuts and bruises. Mentally, I was really worried about how I was going to bounce back from this. I was feeling anxious about getting back out on the trails too. After speaking to Coach Sandy, we came up with some amazing strategies about how I can use this experience to push me forward, not pull me back. Also in Kvikkjokk, I met Stephanie and Kvikkjokk, and we decided that we were going to walk together for the next 4 days. It would be great to have some company during this time. So what have we got here?
We have got here the Arctic raspberry. That's one of the most expensive berries in the north. It costs 100 euros around per kilo.
And do they taste anything like normal raspberries?
They're a little bit more sour, but get sweet afterwards.
Oh my gosh, not ready, but hopefully it's good. Now I know what they look like. Hello, it's day 53. First day back out since I got to Kvikkjokk, where I rested and Zelsvik's family. Well, I'm still not feeling great. Just not 100% like I was before. Quite nervous, but I'm really lucky that I'm walking with Stephanie and Kvikkjokk, her lovely, beautiful husky, and we're going to be walking to Kvikkjokk together, which is the next sort of villagey town, which will be about 3-4 days away. You'll get to know her. She's amazing. She's like a proper warrior. So yeah, anyway, we've walked to this hut where we're going to stop and just have a bit of lunch and then walk on for a bit and then find somewhere to pitch our tents for tonight. So yeah, still feeling a bit off, sort of finding it hard to engage with everything I'm doing. Like, all I really want to do is sort of speak to family and that's about it. But I'm guessing that's normal, and it's going to just take a bit of time to rebuild my confidence, and that's okay. So just trying to be kind to myself. And I'm sorry to anybody who isn't my family that I've probably ignored your messages, anything you've said over the last few days. I will get back to you eventually, I promise. Anyway, it's really beautiful, and it's not raining, so... So me and Stephanie have been chatting for a lot of this evening. We sat together here. I sat in my tent, she sat like here, having dinner. Yeah, it was really nice. And then the sky looks beautiful, but it's so cold. It's getting so cold. But it's not very cloudy tonight, and it's obviously going to get dark now, so maybe there could be a chance of seeing the Northern Lights if we're lucky. If not today, then hopefully over the next few weeks, so that would be really cool. Anyway, it's time to get in the sleeping bag with a cup of tea and to listen to Claudia Winkleman. That's the book I'm listening to right now. It's so good. It's called Quite, and it's so good. Anyway, night from me. Yeah, I feel like today's been good. It has been, and I'm feeling a little bit better. Good morning. It's day 54 today. Slept really well. It was nice to be back in my tent after quite a bit of time actually since I was last in it. Slept well. Had a really delicious breakfast. Put some fresh blueberries in it, which was yummy. And now just setting off for the day. Another hopefully just gentle day. Aim is to get to this little like Sami hut. Whether it's okay to sleep in or not is another matter, but the sun is shining. Okay, so at camp spot for tonight. Today was hard, and I don't know why, it just was. So was yesterday really. My body is not feeling like it did before. It's still sore, it's still struggling, it's still quite fatigued. So doing shorter miles, I only did 15 miles today, and I might as well have done 22. It was a struggle. it was a struggle. At one point, I actually was with Kvikkjokk, so he was clipped to me, and it was just as we went up a little hill, so it wasn't much of a tug, but just a little one to pull me forward. But yeah, I don't feel like me. I don't feel particularly motivated or happy, and yeah, I kind of just want to. I think I just really want. I don't really know what I want, but what I do know is I won't give up on this, and I'm not turning back, and I'm not going to quit. This is just a bump in the road, and I'll be okay, and I'll start to feel more determined. I think just right now I'm just feeling super fatigued. I think mentally fatigued, physically fatigued. Okay, so Pete brought a load of letters from home with him, and I've been waiting for a moment to read them. I'm not going to read all of them. I'm just going to do one. And I said I'd save it for when I needed them. So this is from my mum and dad. It says Min. My parents call me Min. Watus Minimus, Minnie Mouse. Warty Min, but mainly just Min. You're pretty fucking awesome. Keep that shit up. My dearest Min, there are simply no words to express how amazing I think you are, and how proud of you I am. You've succeeded already, and then some. So every step is a bonus, and every day a triumph. Can't wait to hatch our meeting point and squish you in person. But promise you, loved, thought of, and missed every second of every day. Have sent a little someone to keep an eye on you. So much love, Mama. I know which one she meant. This is from my dad. My darling little one. I am so very proud of you. For someone so small, you are amazing. I can't wait to see you and hug you, but who knows when and where. But it will be sooner than you think. With much love, to the moon and back. Daddy. And then he's just drawn loads of mosquitoes in the corner. Made it to a lunch spot for today. This is feeling impossible right now. My energy level is genuinely at maybe 5%. My legs feel like lead, and it's like literally pushing every single step. My head is probably about 5%, but my heart is 100%, which means I won't be giving up. But today is a real struggle. I think I'm absolutely riddled with fatigue. But we'll push on. Time to have some lunch and hopefully restore some energy a bit.
got to this part where you get to a lake and you have to paddle over. There's some boats provided, but you always have to make sure that on both shores there's a boat waiting. So if there is only one boat here and you paddle over, then you have to paddle back with 2 boats so that one can be left here. And this lovely Australian guy, he drew the short straw and had to do that. We brought 2 boats over, and then we thought, oh, there's 6 of us here, so we're going to have to bring another boat back. But luckily, there's somebody already paddling over, so they'll leave a boat here and we can just paddle on through.
Yeah.
We had a bad experience. But
We have our little home for tonight. It's all set up. We have an amazing bag full of food home for tonight. Our 2 little tents. Perky just chilling as he always does. It's actually all run by a church, so staying here was much cheaper than any other place I've stayed at before, which is pretty cool, and they're really lovely. And it's also in there you've got service room, so there'll be a kitchen, shower, and I bought a token to wash my clothes, which are really, really smelly. And yeah, probably going to rest up here tomorrow as well. And it's apparently going to be really nice, so you can go for a swim in the lake and all that jazz. Lovely stuff.